They needed Aberdeen took on Hearts at Pittodrie on Friday night. Commentary comes from Liam McLeod.
There's a surprise return for outgoing Aberdeen captain Graham Shinney, who's back from injury. His summer departure for Derby was confirmed earlier in the week. Considine is back from suspension. All change again for Hearts, who have more than one eye on that Scottish Cup final in a fortnight. Doyle, Dikamona and Bozanic are among the starters for a side with just one win in 6. Aberdeen's problems at Pittodrie have been well documented this season. It's one league win in 2019 as Ferguson tries to get it into the path of Wilson. Stewart wins it back in the edge of the box. And the first real opening of the game falls for Greg Stewart. Pinched it back off Cochrane. And Craig Levein will want minds in the right place with that Scottish Cup final coming up. Cosgrove went down in the box. Bobby Madden has ordered a retaken corner. Cosgrove wants a spot kick. And here they were, Sean Clare and Cosgrove clashing. It's Bozanic. There's Jamie Brandon. Oh, it's broken for Dikamona. Lewis was smart. And Aberdeen scramble it away. This is terrific goalkeeping. It's brave as well from Joe Lewis. Last action of the first half. Lewis, who picked up an injury earlier. Up and under from Lowe. Lovely touch by Ferguson. Cosgrove. And Colin Doyle in action early in the second half. Lovely play by Ferguson. Cosgrove hit it straight at the keeper. James Wilson. Oh, it comes Ferguson's way! And one of Aberdeen's men of the season comes up with a huge moment. A big, big goal in the quest for Europe. The deadlock is broken by Lewis Ferguson. Aberdeen shaded things in the first half. They've been by far the better team in the second. This is Stewart. Cosgrove. Doyle made the save and he's delighted it hasn't fallen to anyone in red on the rebound. Dominant second half from Aberdeen so far. Bozanic. The initial header was one. It's Burns at the back and it is 1-1. Hearts strike a blow to Aberdeen. Bobby Burns with his first goal for the Jam Tarts. And Aberdeen have to do it all over again. Really good flick by Ryan Edwards. This is Cosgrove. Firing it out to the impressive Max Lowe. On Doyle. At the near post, does enough. It's good play by Max Lowe, he's had a terrific evening. Bobby Burns got it clear. Cochrane loses it in the centre circle. Cosgrove spreading it to Wilson, who missed those 2 chances against Celtic last week. Wilson back to Greg Stewart! Who scores a priceless goal in what is likely his final Aberdeen appearance at Pittodrie. The irony will not be lost on Steve Clarke and Kilmarnock either. Here's Lowe. And felt Aberdeen had to win this game if they are to finish third and automatically qualify for Europe. Stewart runs into trouble. Gets it back though. And it's Stewart. No, he would have probably been better served leaving this for Cosgrove. This is more like Greg Stewart, playing with a bit between the teeth now after his goal. It's been a largely disappointing loan spell back at Pittodrie. Logan. It's Christoph Berra's challenge. Hearts looking to equalise for a second time. Here goes McLean. and down he goes. The free kick's been given. What colour's the card? Hearts say red. Aberdeen will probably be happy it's just yellow. It's a free kick in a dangerous position. As McLean was upended, and Bobby Madden decides this is just a yellow. It's all over. It's a big, big 3 points for Aberdeen. And for Derek McInnes, who knows it. They had to win this game, you felt, given Kilmarnock are at home in their last two. And Greg Stewart finally comes up with a big moment for the Dons.
We spoke at half-time about just the importance of those big moments and making sure that we left everything out there in that second half. It was important to sign off with a home win and hoping to get the 3 points. In the context of our season, the 3 points was everything.
Do you think Aberdeen got away with one in terms of that challenge, Joe Lewis and Stephen McLean? I mean, should he have walked for that?
At the time I wasn't sure. I was quite sure it wasn't in the box, so I didn't think it was a penalty, but now that I've seen it, I think that if Stephen stays on his feet, it's 2 more strides and he's striking the ball into an empty net. So the answer is yes, but obviously Bobby didn't think that at the time.
Graham Shinney bidding farewell to the Aberdeen fans. His last home match before he heads off to Derby County next season. Stephen Thompson, how big a miss is he going to be at Aberdeen?
Massive, massive. He's been so important for Aberdeen. Irreplaceable. They'll try and replace him, but you know they'll find it very, very difficult. What are you laughing at?
They'll try and replace him. What else are they going to do?
Even though he's irreplaceable.
Not bother.
But he's irreplaceable,
Yeah.
Michael.
But they'll try.
Laughing at.
But they'll try.
So I think that it would be hard for them to replace Graham Shinney because he's such an important player for Aberdeen in the midfield engine room. So yeah, a big miss is the answer, to be concise.
Lewis Ferguson might try and replace him.
He's already there.
Yeah, in that position. Anyway, sorry, Michael, you were there.
Yeah.
And Aberdeen got the win that they so needed.
Yeah, it was obviously a very important game, you know, in the context of the European challenge, and it was a pretty scrappy. I mean, first half was not a great game of football, but you know, Aberdeen had the better moments in terms of in and around the edge of the box. This one eventually works its way out to Cosgrove, I think. No, sorry, this one's. Yes, it is Cosgrove. No, it's not. It's Greg Stewart. It's Greg Stewart that has the strike. Well, that was about as good as the first half got. But James Wilson and Sam Cosgrove and Greg Stewart, the front three, they actually got down the sides of Hearts' back three quite often, and you see the 2 goals here from James Wilson down that right-hand side, getting the ball into the box, and Lewis Ferguson, I tell you, he actually operates like a striker here. The ball ricochets, he gets to it first, and he smashes into the back of the net. And the number of times he's come up with big moments in the game, as Derek McInnes was talking about in the interview afterwards, he's been a big player for Aberdeen. And then yet again, James Wilson down that right-hand side, cutting it back, and Greg Stewart with the finish. We saw earlier on in the Rangers-Celtic game where the ball got cut back to Oliver Burke and he didn't get any good contact on it at all. That one was more difficult.
Yeah.
And Greg Stewart with his right foot managing to hook it into the corner. But the front players from Aberdeen were the big difference. They managed to get, as I said, down the sides of Hearts' back three.
Yeah.
But I mean, in all honesty, it was a pretty poor game of football, and Hearts left Pittodrie with what they deserved, because in the second half, Aberdeen upped the tempo and they did play a lot better. But for Hearts, it really is it's not good at all.
We were just talking about the Joe Lewis incident there. I don't think any of us think it was a red card. The Hearts players certainly thought it might have been.
There's not an awful lot of contact for me. I think a foul probably is just about right. Was the recovering defender getting there? Possibly. So I think it's the right call, if I'm being honest.
You see Joe Lewis, he's shouting at Steve McLean thinking he's dived. I think when you see from this angle, there's minimal contact. And you know, the argument is that he's going on the keeper, he's going to put it in the net, then it's an automatic red card. But I think there's so many mitigating circumstances there in fact of, does Joe Lewis have enough contact on him?
Yeah.
Scott McKenna's coming round as well. It's not an open goal, and Steve McLean's running away from goal. So I think perhaps Bobby Madden has just about scrambled the decision together correctly.
Yeah.
A foul and a yellow card.
Big weekend, obviously, for both Aberdeen and Kilmarnock next weekend. As for Hearts, Bobby Burns getting his first Hearts goal, but form's not great, let's be honest.
No, the form is diabolical, Jonathan. You know, this is a scrappy goal, but it got Hearts right back into the game. Bobby Burns getting up there from left wing back to manage to get the ball into the back of the net. It comes off of Shea Logan and deflects into the corner, and Joe Lewis can't get anywhere near it. But Hearts have got, you know, 2 big games against Celtic coming up now. And
their post-split form...
It's not just their post-split form.
Well, I'm just saying their post-split form has been really poor.
It's not just the post-split form. You look at the last 13 games, which is a third of the season, they've picked up 9 points in the league. That's relegation form. If you take that over the course of the season, you're talking about 26 points over the course of a season. St Mirren are currently sitting on 26 points after 36 games and in the playoff spot.
Yeah.
Hearts are in relegation form for over a third of the season. It's not good enough.
No Uche Ikpeazu, how vital is it that he plays a part in the cup final?
Well, I mean, Tom, you're a striker. You recognise the importance he brings to Hearts. Without Ikpeazu, they have no clear idea of what they're doing. And with Ikpeazu, it's one-dimensional. So he's an important player, but he